I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're exploring the profound narrative of a book called The Attenuating Puritan. It's written by a remarkable author. His name is Robert McGuiness. This novel takes us on a journey with a hero who embodies purity with steadfast faith, yet is challenged by the toxins of his ancestry. Join us right now as we delve into a story of sacrifice, resilience, and the quest for a divine existence amidst our earthly challenges. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Inks and Bindings for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support writers like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his remarkable book. The links are below this interview. Robert, great to see you here today on Spotlight.
It's wonderful to be here. It's great to see you too.
Wonderful to have you on the show. A puritanical hero seems almost hard to believe in the year 2024, but perhaps one is needed, right?
If the root of the word is pure, and if we can remember that and strive for that, maybe we'll all be heroes.
Exactly, exactly. What inspired you to create a character deeply rooted in both purity and struggle?
Well, it's part of the human experience. And the older you get, the more that you see both sides of the coin. And, we can't help but be overwhelmed with all the toxins that are in an environment. We look at our air, we look at our water, we look at our food, we look at all the meds that we're being dealt, and we look at the problems that our children are having, the spike in autism, and then drugging them as a solution to it, and just trying to address those issues a little at a time. You can't help but see these things, and we can have faith in that we try to be Zen and accept everything, or we can actually be human and take some responsibilities for that, and for years I felt like it's just what it is. What can I do? And, initially I was going to make a story where I had the 99 percenters round up the 1% and inject them with genes to digest plastic and banish them to the islands of trash. And I thought, well, here we are putting blame on someone again and not taking responsibility. And if we really wanted to make the hero that teaches responsibility, the Puritan is what came to mind. And I thought that we should all be a little bit of him, and the story should lead us in that direction.
What do you mean by the attenuating Puritan?
Well, I know there's an electronic device called an attenuator, but it really means to bring to a point and to bring it out to a narrow point. So my intention was to, like certain plants, attenuate radiation in the soils and things like that. So my concept was to use our biologic selves to pull the toxins out of the environment, and then have enough faith that we can fast and cleanse and render the toxins harmless. So that was the whole point. And imagine 8 billion of us using our biologic selves to pull toxins out of something. Maybe we wouldn't get it done overnight, but we'd be moving in that direction. And then if we couple that with consuming less, using less the plastics and things like that, it might be a pathway to get to where we would return to the pristine conditions that we were dreaming about or having our faith for.
Yeah. It's difficult to have that pure life in that our air is dirty, our water is dirty. We're forced by the government in some cases to take vaccines we don't necessarily need or want. Everything's wrapped in plastic these days, and we know we're consuming it. So how do you live that pure life confronted with all of these pressures of modern day society?
Well, I'm not saying that you can live the pure life, but the faith just means that you take each step in that direction, and no one person's going to clean up the planet. But we don't have to cave to that. We just need to stay as strong as we can. He goes through times where he's mentally ill, times that he needs a new liver. He has fertility issues, and he has cancer. There's so many things that he sacrifices, but he never sacrifices his faith, and he never loses direction. And that's the lesson that's here. He even has times that he does lose direction. In one part of the book, he writes himself notes so he knows who he is at the end of the day and can get back to the path that he was on. And knowing that he may go crazy, he may lose his mind, and then making sure that he could get back to who he was and where he was going.
Yeah.
So.
And the journey is important. Striving for that ideal is important as well. Give the folks at home a little bit of an overview of the story of this book.
Well, it's a basic story of just one man's life. And he starts out, he's following the truck spraying DDT, and he has well water that's contaminated. And by the first grade, he's can't sit still, and he's tapping his pencil on the desk. And next thing you know, he's on meds, and he's not appreciating that. He saw some oil spills when he was a child, and that really scarred him. And as he gets older, he decides he's going to ask the Lord what he should do. And somehow, I'm saying that he's slightly autistic, ADHD, obsessive compulsive, and all of a sudden he gets this faith, and it's something that he just can't let go of. So he starts going from spot to spot, trying to clean up whatever he can, wherever he can. There's some, to me, some of it was a comedy in the first place. Right. He says, and though I am pure in thought, word, and deed, my behaviors occasionally reflect the toxins my forefathers have bequeathed. Lord, must I do the dew? Brominated vegetable oil binds to my iodide receptors, attenuating in my thyroid and mimicking schizophrenia. Oh, Lord, forgive me for my reactive tongue. And though I've been endowed with a pineal gland as large as a grapefruit, I'm uncertain if it's from the ritual fluoridations or a true gift from you, my Lord of spiritual wealth. Your disciple grows weary and must seek repose with every breath, attenuating, with each and every thirst that is quenched, attenuating, and with every gift from thy bounty, attenuating, onward towards the pristine, through the divine. Amen.
Wonderful, wonderful. That is quite a passage, that's for sure. Have you envisioned this played out on film or as a TV series or something?
Well, I have, just in the back of my mind, I have no experience with any of that, but getting the story out there seems important. And then if you take any packaged food off the counter or out of the pantry, you can't help but see something in there that could be an episode.
Exactly.
Every single one. You can't go into your medicine cabinet and not see another episode. You can't walk down the street and not see something that needs attenuating. So the material is endless.
Exactly.
And sharing those stories, because everybody's going to relate to it a slightly different way. And if everybody can just remove one of those things from their life, we'll be on the right path, and to go from not having any faith and being stagnant to having something to do and a goal to reach for. The hope magnifies the faith, and the faith magnifies the hope. And those are the things that we really need to be focused on. So I do see it being very valuable to bring to the people.
Yep, agreed. And it would, You know, so many people don't read nowadays, so to have a video form or a film form would be helpful as well, just to get the word out to the masses, because it is an important word and an important message. And I'm going to ask you before we leave you today, what message do you hope readers take away from the personal and spiritual growth of the hero's journey?
Well, I think, like I said earlier, I'd like everybody to um, strive to be just a little bit of him, see what the message is, and it's that exponential growth into society that is needed to clean anything up, you know. And it seems like you could spend 100 years cleaning, and it would just take one day to dirty it again. And, you know, so we have to be vigilant, and we have to be consistent, you know. So that's what I'm hoping, is everybody sees a little bit of themselves in the Puritan. Maybe it's the psych meds, maybe it's the cancer, maybe it's something else. But instead of having faith to say, well, whatever God dishes me is what I have, and say, but yes, but this is my life, and I need to be proactive in it. I need to do something with my life, you know.
Exactly. You have to take a
um,
stand.
yeah, and you
Absolutely.
have to be committed to it, you know. And again, as he commits, knowing he's willing to sacrifice his body, you know, 100%. Um, and maybe we don't all need to do that. A lot of us are parents and need to be responsible to our families. But if you got that extra little bit of time, you can sacrifice a little bit, you know. So
Yeah, profound words indeed. The name of the book is The Attenuating Puritan by Robert McGuiness. It's a novel that takes us on a journey with a hero who embodies purity and steadfast faith, yet is challenged by the toxins of his ancestry as well as his environment. Robert, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
thank you. I really appreciate being here.
I
It's a pleasure to
appreciate your
meet with
time,
you.
sir. Great speaking with you. And to the
I,
folks at
I
home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.